The year 2023 saw a huge rise in the number of the students getting deported from the UK to their home countries. In many of the cases, the reasons were not explicitly elucidated. UK is increasingly becoming a very non-student friendly country. And in this video, I'm going to take you through top 3 deportation stories or issues which eventually caught my attention, not because this was something major, but because it was a minor issue in all the 3 cases. And it could have happened with any student landing here in the UK. It could have happened with you, with me, or with any other student. So let's get started. On number 1, I have the trading issue. On tier 4 or the student visa, trading in stocks or any form of trading is explicitly prohibited, and it is written in the rules and regulations sections of the student tier 4 or of the student visa or the tier 4 visa. When we are in the haste, we usually never get into the rules and the regulations of the student visa, but it is clearly mentioned. And when I was doing my research, I found out that there are all these points were clearly mentioned on the visa terms and conditions, and it was there that trading is not only prohibited but can eventually lead to you landing into a jail here in the UK before getting deported. So one issue was, if you are a trader, if you love trading in stocks in your own country, you cannot do the same here in the UK if you are on a tier 4 or a student visa, because that is illegal here in the UK. On number 2 or story number 2, I have freelancing gig. Freelancing or entrepreneurship is banned on a student on a tier 4 or a student visa. You cannot do any freelancing. You cannot use your NI number for any freelancing opportunities here in the UK. You cannot do any entrepreneurship or take any funds in the name of entrepreneurship here in the UK on a tier 4 visa. This is again explicitly mentioned on the government website. And on number 3, we have the story of 2 students from London getting deported, not because of their own mistake, but because of the mistake of the government, or I would say the agency here, as the dates on their BRP was wrong. Yes, if you are in a September cycle, which means September to September, you would have your final assessments ending by September of a year course. But if you fail in the final assessments, you have reassessments, which will be majorly be in the month of December or January. Now what happens? You as a student must be wary of the fact that the date on your BRP is after January. That because reassessments usually take place in the month of December and January, and if you miss this and your BRP dates is basically not considering the reassessment part of thing, then you will have to go back to your home country, or you will be deported to your home country before you could even write your assessments. And this is what happened with the students. That is, they were deported to their home countries and they had to pay extra for the university to facilitate the arrangement of them writing their reassessments from their home country. So these 3 stories are actually very minor and can be a miss for any student out there. We usually don't see all these things, but can eventually these stories or these issues can not just impact you, your family, but your financial well-being overall, because you'll have to pay extra to the university. So let's be cautious. Let's not get into any of these. Yeah, don't work over hours, of course. Legally, don't work over hours in your term time. Be cautious of these facts, and all the best for all the students coming in the September intake. And for more such informative videos, stay tuned and subscribe. Thank you.